Welcome back, folks, to more Diablo 3. Clitorius the Victorious campaign.
Magda is dead. She claims the Imperial Guard serves Belial, and that it has captured Leah.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
Ashira of the Iron Wolves can get us to the Emperor. I will speak with her.
There are many ways to open a door. I happen to know most of them.
How did your fall raise the dead? You were an angel.
Not just any angel. I was the Archangel of Justice. My fall awoke the vengeful dead who were slain unjustly during Diablo's reign of terror. There was nothing I could do. As my power left my body, I had absolutely no control over it.
Crazy talk.
Caldeum is the greatest city in the world, the seat of the Empire of Kyrgyzstan.
It's large, I'll give it that.
Its libraries overflow with undeciphered tomes of arcane knowledge. Its streets cover labyrinthine tunnels. It is a city of wonder and mystery. I do not know how these refugees persevere. Their situation is dire, and it seems there is little hope for them. Where do they find the strength to carry on?
They carry on because they must. The only way out of life is death.
I have much to learn. I feel Belial in the very air. I see his shadow behind haunted eyes, hear his voice whispering lies on the wind. He need not bring an army to this city. It is his already.
Oh, the Jewel of the East! Caldeum is really quite amazing. I have never seen anything quite like it. And I have seen so many things in my life.
It is like any other city, only bigger and more corrupt.
That explains quite a bit, actually.
How did you meet your wife?
It's actually quite a tale. We met in a town not far from here on the outskirts of Kurast. She was... well, you're not going to believe it. She was locked in a cage.
She was a criminal?
No. They were going to burn her as a witch.
At least she wasn't a criminal.
Let's talk about this another time.
My people are shunned many places, but we were always welcomed in Caldeum. Something must be very wrong, that they won't even let their own people into the city now.
Something? You have the sight. Tell me what is wrong.
Is that any way to speak to me? And you don't need visions to see that Belial is in control of the city. The question is how?
Well, he's a fucking demon for one.
I have translated a strange passage from Jondar's journal. Long before he began serving Magda, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
A belief unchallenged is only an idea. You are ready for this.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise. What shall we fight today?
Let us seek our fortunes together.
Alright, let's continue our journey. Not here.
I need to go back.
Actually, I have some new skills. Let's check them out. Broke-ass shield. Combust. Shield erupts in flames and has 33% chance to explode on impact, dealing 310 weapon damage as fire. And Akarat's champion, dealing damage, burns enemies with the power of Akarat. Oh yeah, throwing fucking shields now, baby. We've had this justice for a while. Let's go ahead and... switch it up for a bit.
Do you see that armor? No wonder she's...
We paid tribute to the Emperor for years. We cannot...
Captain Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Qasim Outpost in Alcanis. You have my thanks. And you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this woman has vital information regarding the massacre in the Borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass!
What is happening in the city? Why won't you let me in?
Demons, rabbits,
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My guards tell me you were responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Alcanis.
But you know that's not true, don't you?
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Oh, way to get caught, Leia.
Go! I detest violence. Guards, I leave this matter in your hands.
Well, there's not going to be many of your guards left here.
No!
I require more
I knew
wrath.
you'd come for me.
Let us be quick.
We fuck shit up. We fuck it up good.
Get out of here.
We fuck
I will
shit
cover your
up
escape.
like a demon
Thank you.
slayer
Now we need to
should.
get to the sewers. I'll explain why when we get there.
You got fucked up.
Not enough wrath.
Again!
These demons are blocking our way. We must destroy their summoning construct.
Total annihilation.
Not ready yet.
There has to be a way into the sewers from here. This leads to the sewers.
I'm kicking ass and taking names. I'm all out of notebook paper.
I found my mother, Adria. She's alive. But the Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We will find her.
Come on! Let's kill these things. So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. I always knew it.
Good news, I hope. Just remember that your mother may not be the person you imagine.
Should be up here.
This is the first time a girl's
fucked up my guy, man.
Her mother.
Die, Goblin.
The Accursed were created when a necrotic plague spread through Kyrgyzstan centuries ago. The infected watched in terror as their flesh blackened and died. The strongest medicines could not stop the decay.
My wrath is low.
Eventually, they fell into a dormant state, and their bodies were piled up in dark and forgotten places where they could rest undisturbed.
Zakarum!
The quick movement was a super idea by myself. Definitely gonna reduce the time here.
My exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit, but the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end.
Tell us about the Black Soul Stone! We know of the three that the Horadrim used to trap the Primevals. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it.
Leave her alone!
Seize them!
Seize this, bitch!
I require more rice.
Finally, a fucking
Leah,
legendary.
My daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life. But I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me. It's not safe here. Let's move.
Is that Odin's son? Of course it is. Now you'll notice that it doesn't quite have the damage or toughness, but it's got good healing, and it's only one-handed though. But it's socketed, which means I can put a big fat gem in it and make it much more powerful, motherfucker. However, it's one-handed, so for now we don't need the heavenly strength. we can put it on something else.
When I joined you, I never imagined we'd be out here actually killing demons.
There are no demons in Kingsport?
One-handed weapon, fervor.
No.
That's what we want.
Oh, but some of the people are just as bad. Worse, even.
It's actually a really good hammer to get at level 70. If you're doing a lightning build, it goes good with the Thunder Fury sword that you saw on my wizard.
You're distracted.
It is merely the consequence of seeing that which is not readily visible. I have accepted it.
I understand, but we're in unforgiving circumstances, and I'd hate to see you die.
You are right. I must pay attention. Yet, I feel as though part of me still sleeps in a faraway realm.
You have been through a lot. It will fade in time.
That would be nice. But the feeling I have indicates that it is more unpleasant and complicated than that.
We'll be doing all the follower quests as well. They all have little quests you can go on. And I gotta keep checking with the scoundrel. See, he's got shit to talk about once in a while.
What happened to your brother?
Nothing you'd want to hear.
I asked, didn't I?
And then what? I suppose you'll make it all right. You'll fix it up just like another one of your little errands. Some things aren't that easy.
I will wait until you are ready.
God, you're so noble about it too. Spare me. Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Those you've chosen to fight alongside you are an interesting bunch. Children after my own heart, flawed in such interesting ways. Irena is quite vivacious for one with such a burden, don't you think? Cormac certainly does. He'd best keep his vows in mind, or maybe he shouldn't. And you, Lyndon, you can warm my bed any night. You remind me of my second husband. He was quite the devil as well.
What? No retort?
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look.
Lightning skills. Are we using lightning? Currently we don't have anything lightning skills, so we'll sell all that shit. However, the belt is better. And we need a nice fat green gem. A royal emerald would be nice. Let's pay for one. Boom! 125% damage increase on that hammer. Gonna make it sick, bitch!
I've been told you were there for the destruction of Mount Ariat.
Baal, the Lord of Destruction, sought to enslave mankind to the power of hell by corrupting the sacred World Stone. Unthinkable though it was, I was forced to destroy it.
And half the countryside with it.
Understand, friend, that entire worlds burned as heaven and hell fought over the World Stone. Ariat's destruction was regrettable. And, believe me, I paid a high cost as well.
You seem to have survived the World Stone's destruction.
He had to give up his football scholarship to college.
Dispersed the light and harmony of my angelic being. Without form or shape, I restored myself within the realm of pandemonium. It took me 20 of your years, but finally, I returned home to the high heavens.
Were your brothers in arms glad for your return?
Hardly. Believing my actions had endangered creation, the Angiras Council put me, the Archangel of Justice, on trial. I knew then that heaven was doomed, unless I could enlist the aid of mankind against the coming onslaught of hell.
I'm surprised Cain never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell, and I knew he would keep you safe.
He's gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Cain's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Herodric texts, only 2 evils remain. Belial is here in Chaldeum, and Azmodan has yet to reveal himself.
Do you regret abandoning Leah? What? No, I never saw it that way. She grew up in safety, while I risked my life to find the key to our salvation. It was the sacrifice that I had to make. In any case, Leah will meet her full potential under my guidance. Do you not have things to do?
Bitch.
How well did you know Cain? For a time, during the darkening of Tristram, we spent many nights in the Tavern of the Rising Sun, discussing his Herodric texts and the varied arcana I'd collected during my travels. Did you ever see him again? Only from afar. From time to time, our paths would cross, and I would catch glimpses of Leah as she grew. It broke my heart that I could not reveal myself and raise her as my own. How did you come to be captured? I was trying to steal out of the city. I'd returned to gather some things before setting out to recover Zoltan Kuhl's head, and the guards found me.
I think I might have met Zoltan Kuhl once. He seemed like a perfectly reasonable sort, for a mage, that is.
So he's mad, then?
Oh, yes. Well, you know how they can be. With the waving hands and the mumbling all the time. They can be a little strange.
Those mad mages.
This Adria, I sense dark things about her. She is not averse to using whatever means necessary to destroy Azmodan and Belial. She will use the Black Soulstone, no matter what the cost.
She is right. The demon lords must die.
Some costs may prove too high, even for you. I worry about Leah. How is she?
Why do you ask?
Oh, no reason. She just needs someone looking out for her.
Yeah, because she got a fucking demon up in her cuckoo.
This Zoltan Kuhl sounds like an untrustworthy fellow. You don't have your head separated from your body for no good reason.
We need him to get the Soul Stone.
Well, if you must. But I don't trust any of those ancient sorcerer types. Always up to no good.
The guards were asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but it is. It is the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Herodrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dulgar Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Azmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
Oh, shit.
We rescued Leah's mother, Adria. She told us about the Black Soul Stone. An artifact that could banish evil forever. I must find it.
Damn, that looks like a lot more fucking talking.
"300 years ago, I selected Kul and 6 others to form the Horadrim. He was a great man who was driven mad by his long quest to hunt evil.
Why did the Horadrim kill Zoltan Kul?
He delved into powers not meant for man, trying to fashion an artifact that could fill his empty heart with the souls of angels and demons. The Horadrim had no choice but to slay him. The Order never recovered.
I don't like dealing with Kul any better than you do, but I see no other way. If Adria says we must, then we must. Uncle Deckard trusted her, and so will I.
Zoltan Kul, a legend. There is no doubt in my mind he is as powerful as the stories say. But for every bit of his genius, he was surely mad. He was obsessed with immortality and power.
A madman. We would do better to leave him asleep in the desert than to call on him for aid.
You have a better idea.
I do not. It is merely a warning.
Let's kick some fucking ass.
Ugh, what a stench. That's not you, is it? It's certainly not me.
Certainly not me.
Belial, Lord of Lies, is the most elusive of the 7 evils and is a master of deceit. It is said that he manipulated Asmodan into revolt against the prime evils. This began the Burning Hell's civil war, which ended with the dark exile of the prime evils to our mortal realm.
How did you become so skilled in battle?
I trained under a master Crusader from the age of 13. Every day, all day.
Oh. I was hoping it was something more interesting.
Listen to me. I cannot talk for long. Belial's guards are constantly watching me.
Emperor Haakon.
Forgive me for my behavior at court. The gods would have killed me had I sided with you. But I will help you now as I can. You must be headed to the Oasis. I can open this gate for you.
How did all this happen?
There's little I can do. Between my advisors and the Imperial Guard, my every move and action are controlled. I've tried to fight back, but Belial's influence is strong. But now you've given me a chance. Perhaps my only chance.
How can you aid me?
You're here to kill Belial, aren't you? I can help.
Perhaps in a few years.
I can still fight in my own way. I want my empire back. I will find where Belial is hiding and deliver him to you.
Okay, little Anakin.
I'm not sure I trust you after you set your guards on us.
I told you it was not my choice. My every move is controlled and I'm surrounded by enemies. But I swear to you, I will help you. I will prove it to you.
Better, you little shit. Found next to summon avatars no longer march forward but wield bows and attack enemies. Alright, I dig that. Heaven's Fury. Call down a furious ray of holy power. Holy shit. A level 30 skill. Got Defined Fortress. Your armor is increased by 1% equal to your shield block chance, and each point of wrath spent heals you for 16 life. Laws of Justice, immovable object. Empowering the law also increases armor. Alright, and we got bowmen. Sweet. They just stand there like fucking statues.
Patience.
Please kill those things before they kill me. I mean us.
Not enough wrath. Not ready yet.
Only the most talented mages can summon skeletal guardians. It takes great power to form these tall, slim constructs from their unstable reagents, and even more power to sustain them. In the hands of a master, however, the guardians can become powerful weapons capable of defending their posts until the end of time.
Not yet. The crusade marches on.
Bitch is running fast as shit now. Too soon.
The Valrus manuscript lists Asmodan as the best battlefield commander of all demons, having defeated the angels many times in the eternal conflict across Pandemonium and the prime evils in the demonic civil war. If the Lord of Sin ever assaults our realm, we truly have much to fear.
Welcome to the oasis of love.
Here, is it?
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over terror left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in a soul stone and banished to the unfathomable abyss 20 years ago.
It is easy to focus on the dangerous foes one may encounter on the ground, but the Bloodhawks rule the skies with terrible ferocity. These crimson-winged birds will wait until their prey is at a disadvantage, then swoop down to attack. Watch for their shadows on the nearby terrain, and be prepared to flee quickly. Help me, please! Someone help! I'm being robbed!
Quiet, or I will rip your tongue from your mouth. You fool! You think you can save this man? You have sealed your fate.
Huh? Seal that, bitch.
The enemy has destroyed Alcarnus and most of the
My
cultists.
wrath is low.
The Master commands us to capture more slaves immediately. Go to the oasis and abduct villagers. Kill any who resist. That way we shall both gain allies and destroy enemies.
Thank you, thank you. Those vile creatures were looting my goods. Now that you have saved me, I'd be happy to allow you the privilege of buying them instead.
I knew a woman from Chaldeum once. Fair as the sunrise, that one.
Until you left her.
Every sun must set, my friend. Nice choice.
Shit, give him something to use. He's just sucking balls right now.
Make your peace, quickly.
There's the Forgotten Oasis, but we'll go ahead and search the rest of the map here before we get up in them guts. Like the Storm Cellar.
Please, don't eat me.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was a dead man. I pick up garbage from the aqueduct so it doesn't ruin our water supply. Doesn't pay well, but I find plenty to sell. Have a look.
We can change out the strength.
I need to go back.
Well, I got rid of Odin's son real quick, like.
Zoltan Kuhl is an unknown. Involving him is risky.
You take risks every day, Crusader, and one dismembered wizard is nothing compared to Belial and Azmodan. Murderer, torturer, monster. These were the titles bestowed upon Zoltan Kuhl by the Horadrim. Though it cost them dearly, they killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return.
In return he shall.
I take it your wife was not burned at the stake for witchcraft.
I broke her out in the middle of the night and we escaped. They didn't chase us far. I guess they were glad to see her go.
You risked your life for someone you didn't even know. Not many would do that.
She wasn't a witch. She was a mystic. Though we didn't find that out for a time. Not until we started traveling with the Vetchin wagon train. But that's a story for another time.
That's right. Shut the fuck up and take care of my needs. Boom goes the dynamite.
Hey lady, I got some new things. You should take a look.
Take a look at my ass. Alright folks, that wraps it up for this episode of Diablo with Clitorius the Victorious. Stay tuned for more. Soon to come.